The long and winding road, Pisces, is a long way to go. Some of you might be travelling and you're saying, you know what, that's such a long way to go, like it's so far away. So I don't know, some of you really might be travelling to someone, or the person that you're seeing is really far away, home and away. So it could be Australia for a lot of you. But I definitely keep hearing like it's so far to go. So it would definitely mean that you have messages here from Spirit involving travelling. Okay, so it's kind of like that. It's such a long way. Okay, so I don't know how far this is or how far it's going to go. I don't know. It just feels like that there's travelling and that there's things to accomplish between you planning travel. I mean, a lot of readings that I've been doing so far, they've all mentioned travel. So obviously you guys that have been watching the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and then also the numbers of how I read in numbers, they're also relating to a lot of this same kind of stuff here. Okay, so I'm definitely hearing like, because some it's turned out very well, some it hasn't. Like Capricorn reading, there was very good energy of travel there. Okay, then when we did the Aquarian reading, it represented the same, but then that was drastically bad. But I did find out that Johnny Depp has a life path 9, which was definitely in the Aquarian reading, and the Aquarian would also be Leo, and that is also a part of Johnny Depp's, if you haven't been following the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial, has the same. Okay, so she has a lot of placements of Taurus, Sagittarius 5. Here's a life path 9. Okay, and I've seen those that have been really coming out in those readings itself. So I'm trying not to get mixed up, because some it's very good. There's a lot of traveling that I think that you are kind of mixed up in this energy. Okay, in this channeled stuff, and all I can really say is that some of it is good and some of it is bad, and it could be involving a Libra. I don't know, but it's either good or bad. It's either good news or bad news. They're not really saying other than you're going to have to wait and see. You're just going to have to wait and see who's involved in things turning out well and things really not turning out so well. Because I keep picking up like this court disorder or eating disorder or court order. Okay, and it's kind of a bit like the Johnny Depp thing. Some of you may be going to court, and it ain't really going to tell me in a general reading, like, because it's kind of coming up as like good news or bad news. Did I win or did I not win? Did I get this person or did I not get this person? And it's involving a knot. And normally when I say Pisces, I say Pisces swinging on a tree. So it could be you as a Piscean, the other person as a Piscean, or you as a Pisces and the other person is say like a life path 3, or it's just involving like life path 3 energies. But you know, when I read, I do Pisces, so we look at 3 basically. Okay, so we're kind of looking at these good news, bad news, travel, long way to go, long distance, waiting for an outcome that, merchant, Libra, something around a Libra. But like, so merchant would also be court case. So I don't know, something that's either fair or unfair. An answer that is given of yes or no, basically. So if we look at court-related messages, it's either going to be a yes or a no. If it's travelling, it's either going to be a yes or a no. If it's like this conclusion that you're waiting for, seems to be happening in May, it's either going to be a yes or a no. Okay, I know that's really not specific for you of what you may be looking for an answer for. You really could be dealing with a life path 4 or a Scorpio or an Aries placement. Okay, so it's conclusive. We're not really going to know until it happens. So apart from then, between now and then, Jen, or Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, until then, we can never really tell until the end of May. Okay, so that's kind of a message of what they're trying to tell me, and I'm trying to just delay the energy to you. Delay. You see, delay. Danielle, Danny, Glover, life path 7. Okay, Cancerian may be involved, or a delay, which means another Piscean energy, like flight travel. Is there going to be a delay? Are we delaying the inevitable? Are we... It feels like a lot of Piscean energy, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're a Pisces, the other person is a Pisces, And then you've got like delayed energy of, say, like Capricorn, or like a Cancerian of Cardinal taking a long, like Cancerians take a long time to get around because they're Cancerians and Crabs. Capricorn are also Cardinal, so it can mean, no, I'm in a very safe place, I'm in a very safe job, I don't really want to sacrifice the energy of Pisces to give up blah blah blah, I don't want to give up something, you know, something like that. So it's kind of like this agree to disagree. Are you going to give up, or am I going to give up, or who's going to buckle first? It might be a game of tit for tat, arguing, talking, not talking. Are you going to give up on this connection, or am I? Or are none of us, and is it going to happen? And it's a lot of this delayed, unsure, Gary Tina, unsure, someone from Ireland, unsure energy. Okay, so it's a lot of this, a battle of wits. Okay, or the name Witten or Mandy. You all right, Mandy Witten? But like a battle of wits. Who can buckle first with their ego? Who can keep this going the longest? Okay, who's gonna buckle and say no first, me or you? Have you got the patience? Have you not got any patience? It's like this leading energy up to where, if it's Pisces on a Pisces, you're both kind of like wondering, okay, like wondering, like a Virgo energy. I wonder what the outcome's going to be. I wonder if you're going to fuck this up before I do. Are you going to sabotage the energy before I do? Are you questioning me? Are you not questioning me? Is the reality real? Will this become a real thing? Or will it be just a part of fiction and facts? Like, I can't really tell until I got all the basic facts. Can you tell me where it hurts? Okay, so it feels like there are going to be arguments throughout your reading, more than likely, here. And can you tell me where it hurts you the most? Okay, so all I really need is the basic facts. Is it a yes or a no? If it's a yes, I'll wait. If it's a no, I'll give up. It's kind of like that, right? It's kind of like, no, I want you to wait for me. Okay, yes, I will. Till this time. Has to be a timeline. So, I really don't want to mention your name because I don't know if you want me to, but you begin with E and you're a guy, right? And I did reply to your comment, okay? And it was a lot about giving someone, like, about this travelling thing towards a Piscean, but you said that you were talking, but like texting. But have you seen the person visually? And have you like done Skype calling and all stuff like that? If there's plans, because the trouble is of why I got alarmed by what you were saying in the comments is that money was mentioned, and money was of a factor of where you felt like you wanted to send money to the person to help financially around medical bills, okay, and stuff like that, and travel expenses. But please do not do that, right? And also do not fall, maybe, because you shouldn't be spending money on another person for love, okay, unless you really, really know them already. But it's very questionable, my friend, okay? So I'm trying to give you some advice here. You may know that I'm talking to you, okay? So, like, a person, what you don't want to do is where they say, no, I don't want any money. And then you say, no, it's okay, I'm prepared to do that for you. And then the person says, okay, go on, then I'll accept that and I will come. Because that can also be a way of, it can be catfishing, like, manipulating you into a false sense of security, okay? So security bank, so banking money, security, securing things, deposits, making a deposit. You might be putting a down payment on a house or a home. These are going to relate to different people. You might be depositing some money on buying something but not paying for it outright, so you're going to pay for it in installments, and you put a deposit down on it, so you pay a fair bit of money of it off first, and then you put a deposit down and you receive the thing, okay? So that might be Steve, okay? But like, it could be something like that, okay? But very careful, okay? Because what I don't want you to do is, I don't want you to mess up a very good relationship if it's a very good relationship. I just want any of you out there, if you're going through the same thing, okay, where it relates to you making a large deposit over to a person, okay, without really thinking about it. If someone's asking for money, be very careful on anybody on the internet asking for money, okay? If that's relating to a person that's saying, you know what, blah, 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 I can't afford my medical bills, I can't afford to travel, can you just say, no, it's okay, I'll travel to you, okay? So I did give you that advice. It did ring off a few bells in the awooga type sort of thing, where I was trying to tell you and say, just be very careful on a person that may be saying, the reason why I'm delaying, you know, travelling towards you is because I can't afford it, okay? And then what I need you to do is pay for that, because that's not good. That's not a good energy there, okay? So be careful, okay? So I'm only just going to mention that, and that was only mentioned because someone was mentioned that their person was a Piscean, okay? So just be careful around sending money overseas and things like that, okay? If that's a message for any of you. Okay, because you shouldn't be spending money on buying affection or love or someone to travel and see you unless they're family members and you trust them. You know, just be very careful. Okay. So again, down deposit money on a house or a home or a marriage, wedding, anything like that is there. A deposit of money. But trust me, if that is you and you're making a large deposit of money to that person, just be very careful on doing that, okay? You know, because, like I said, if you've been caught in this trap, right, scammers, because I've been scammed last week and the week before on, like, certain text messaging and stuff like that, okay? Scammers can say, okay, and they lure you into an energy of, like, depositing a small amount, and then the small amount becomes more of an amount, and then more of an amount, and more of an amount, and before you know it, you're caught in a trap of lies and manipulation of, like, someone saying that they want something from you and they want a very small... I mean, you can relate this to whoever you like. It doesn't have to be a love life, but there is a message there because they get me to talk about it, okay? So, because we're looking at depositing money. So, you know, if that's on something, for me, for instance, I'm a Pisces, right? Mine is going to be a treadmill. I am going to buy myself a treadmill, a fairly decent one, because I really need to start getting my hip and sciatica and losing weight. So that's what I'm doing, okay? But any of you, if this comes through where you've had a real problem with a family member, I'm hoping it isn't your love life with someone asking you to make a deposit of money towards the person constantly. And then that amount starts off quite small, and then it ends up to a larger amount where someone keeps asking for money each... Because this could be simple. It could be rent and bills, okay? And each time you pay rent, you pay bills. If that's to, like, a person. But if that's to, like, a love interest or a sister or brother or someone like that that keeps saying, okay, I need to borrow some money, and you're like, where's your money going? And they're saying, well, it's, you know, it's going on medical bills, it's getting, and there's drug addiction and anything like that. Be very careful about supplying someone with money where you don't know where the money is going. Be careful around that. That's what Spirit is saying, okay? So they're advising me to you to say, if any of you, cross-watchers alike, that are depositing money to a person or someone is depositing it to you, but I very much doubt those kind of people are going to be watching this, okay? So whichever way you like, whichever way you want to take it or receive it, be careful around, keep supplying, demand and supply around a Libra energy or two, someone like money, about I'm depositing you a load of money because I want you to travel. I'm depositing you a load of money because you never seem to have any. Even though you do, but you get through it and burn through it very quickly. Where's it gone? Well, I don't know. I'm not telling you that. I could be lying. I'm going to ask for some more, and then for some more, and then I'll ask for a bit more. So if there's any drug addiction or anything like that here of supplying someone money, be careful. Okay, be careful. Just think, right? The only reason I don't like mentioning, like, people in the comments and stuff like that is because I don't want to demeanor you. I don't want you to think, you know, well, why would I do something like that anyway? Because a lot of people do. And trust me, men alike as well as women, okay? So be very careful and very wise with what it is that someone may be asking you all of the time for, okay, and they're not giving you that back in return, okay, which means interest or money. Now, if someone says, look, can you loan me a load of money and I'll pay you it all back in interest, that's going to be down to your own. But my advice would be make sure that they are not huge amounts of money, okay, okay, because it could be where you're banking on, say, like, I don't know, Bitcoin, okay, or like a high investment savings account, but the savings ISIS account is something where it's a gamble. It means that you can lose it, okay. So my advice, if it ever comes down to like Bitcoin, Gencoin, or any kind of coin, you're like, if you cannot afford to lose it, do not put it down, okay. If you can't afford the energy of the money, do not do it if you cannot afford it, okay. So if this is like you know what, I'm just going to throw all of my eggs in one basket and there is a chance that I can lose, don't do that. You know, don't be like, you could be fucking working at a casino and you've got a gambling problem or something and you're looking to make a huge deposit down and throw all of your savings and everything all down in one basket, okay. So if any of you are looking at like financial stuff, you can get ISIS savings accounts, but you can also get ISIS saving loan accounts, which means I can put it into an ISIS account, but the accounts, this could be an accountant as well of money to do with tax. Actually, I've got my tax coming up. Okay, so how's this relating? That person is actually a Piscean, believe it or not. Okay, that's my tax attorney. So what are you trying to say about depositing a load of money down on something here, okay, or it is involving a lot of money? So forgive me, Pisces, you're the last sign I have to do today. I just want to get grips of this because I'm also a Piscean myself. Okay, so I'm kind of going through this little thing myself as well, okay, where I will tell you towards the end of my plan of what I'm doing, but my gripe is, if you've listened to the Eminem rap, okay, about tinfoil hat, also mentions, like, I had a bit of a dig of saying, thank you so much for taking my money in tax, okay, and then paying your people in America when really you don't see nowhere near any of that money in tax. Like if you was in the UK, you would. What you pay in tax goes towards people that are homeless, okay, people that can't afford medical bills, people that can't afford a house or a home, drugs, stuff like that, support, firemen, everything like that. Every piece of money that taxpayers pay in Britain, which is a lot smaller than what it is in America, goes towards a pot of money for people that are finding it very difficult through furlough, through health-related problems, through the NHS, through homeless, clothes, all kinds of things we help each other out at in the UK. But in America, I'm being charged like 80% in tax per, well, I don't know what it's a lot. It's probably about 40, 50, 60 when I've looked into it. But it's a lot of money each month that I get charged in tax, it is what it is. But I do have to go to my tax attorney and say, okay, this is an American tax return. Do you guys get tax returns, okay, in America? Because I'm obviously in the UK. Do you guys get tax returns, okay? Because I can be brutally honest with you. My tax relief of paying America is about £350 a month. That's a month. £350 a month, okay. Probably not even that here a year. But like £350 a month, okay. So, I don't know. There is something here around tax, money, income tax, VAT, okay, sending money, depositing, buying something, okay. Just be careful of someone asking you for a lot more money, okay. But like if this is a tax person, they're going to be asking you for certain things, you know, so you're going to have to trust your tax person, okay. It's going to also be a taxi company as well, someone that drives taxis. And there might be this energy of where someone's been, like, receiving money somehow of, like, cash. Cashing, I mean, everybody does it. Cassandra, casino, cashier, cash app, Cash app, cashing in, debt-related cashing in, taking it out, casino. I don't know. I mean, everybody likes a bit of cash, right? So I don't know what it is here that they're saying that cash is involved. Or cash and carry, the name Carrie, Carissa, Karina, okay, or cash and carry. Okay, so I don't know why they're getting me to talk about this. Okay, so cash and carry is a place of where you can go and buy products that you sell in a shop cheap. And then you can sell it to the consumer for more. Because cash and carry is built off, say, for instance, if cash and carry had a load of these that I have for my lighter, for instance, right? And it is Swan gas, right? And you go to cash and carry, and this in the shop would be £1.20 for this, right? £1.20, it's probably about 85 pence, but say £1.20, right? And you go to cash and carry, you can buy a load of products for like, a whole case of them, where it comes down to where this product probably goes down to where it's like 50 pence or 40 pence each, and you buy it in bulk, and then when you bring it back to a shop, they put it on the counter and say, okay, that's £1.20. Okay, so they're making a profit. Okay, so it's something like, I don't know whether that's related to you might just work in a shop, I don't know, but they're saying cashing in, cash and carry, cashing out, that kind of thing here. So for some of you, you might be doing the stock market or something like that, and you're just about to cash out. Okay, you're just about to, like, you've been gambling a bit, okay, and you're like, right, when this hits this amount, I'm going to cash out. Like, I'm going to put my investment into something, and when it reaches, some of you really must be doing like Bitcoin or something, okay, and like, once it reaches a certain amount, I'm going to cash out. Okay. It's definitely what I'm kind of picking up here. Like a cash investment app type sort of thing. Okay. Making an investment for the future. Could be where you're making a down payment on a house. I mean, I built this place and many others. And the best thing you can ever do is invest money into a house. Okay. It's the best thing you can ever do. This name's Chris or Housing. But, the best thing that you can ever really do is invest money into a house, into a property marketing. It's the best strategy of ever, okay, is property markets, okay. So I'm hearing like market.com, Dom, Dominic, Dan, Danielle, Danny, property margins, property values, getting something appraised, and how much is my property worth, how much would I be able to sell it for if I... Something like that is here for you, Pisces. Okay, so let's have enough of the channeling. So if any of you guys relate with those kind of energies and you're thinking I'm very fucking weird and strange, that's called an actual psychic medium. Okay, so it's psychic, picking it up, messages, Cosmic records, blah blah blah, same sort of stuff. Okay, as if you've just found the channel. So let me just get on with your steampunk deck, and then we'll look into your tarot. Okay, so any advice here through the Steve Punk deck for Pisces? Any advice? Okay, shut your mouth and listen. So someone's not prepared to ever listen, it's like talking to a brick wall. Okay, so it's kind of like, will you please just shut your mouth for a second and just listen? I've got something to tell you. Oh, someone could be getting very demanding here, Pisces. These will be clarified by who, what, where or when. Okay, but I'm hearing, please just shut your mouth and listen for a moment instead of keep over speaking. Just be quiet. Who's that? Right, shut your mouth and listen. I've got something to tell you. Pisces, what's coming up for Pisces for their advice here? Okay, so you are grown-ass adults. Stop blaming others for your shit. Oh, really? Please, if you are women, don't fucking start demeanoring a man for being a man. Okay, vice versa, either way. But I do keep picking up this vibe of where someone keeps blaming another person for like being too childish or something like that. Okay, men are childish. It's Gemini. Someone was telling me, and I do agree, you have a lot of the same placements as me, right? And you were saying Gemini moon energies do come across a little bit like Johnny Depp, really. But like larger than life, childish energy, you know, light, vibrant, you know, never really wanting or needing to grow up within my soul. It's my soul and my placements that make me bubbly and airy. It's just that the fact that you are vaccine, really could be dealing with something like a Taurus energy here. Someone that worries all the time. Anyway, unless this is your mum or you guys saying it to your kids or your brother or sister and say, look, will you please just shut up and just listen? Okay. Pisces. You're a hot mess. Fact. Clean it up. Clean yourself up. Well, Pisces, I think that's quite rude, really. Okay. So, I don't know. Everybody gets down into a slum, right? You might see my hair is, you know, but, you know, that's how I wear my hair, right? But some of you, it might be like myself. I do need to clean up my act slightly because I need to get a treadmill and start doing things around my weight and whatnot. Okay, but it might just be where, you know, I'm not a hot mess. I'm just a mess, really, an eaten mess. Okay, so it might be where your weight. So any of you watched yesterday, where I was showing you that 4, and I was saying, look, you might have a food issue here. And your stomach is saying you need substance, or your stomach is saying you do not need any more. What did I do after even my own advice? Go out and buy a load of shit because I have an eating disorder of well, the other way, not being too thin, but having an eating disorder, gorging myself out on food. It's an eating disorder. It's not easily overcome. It's not someone that struggles with just like, you know what, I struggle to diet because I find dieting fairly easy. It's just that I get past a week or two and then I have a gorge. Like I fucking stuff loads of food in my face until I feel sick. Okay, so that's the opposite as like bulimic or anorexic, but mainly bulimia. Okay, mine is the other way. I'll stuff myself sick, but I won't be sick. I'll just take it out on myself. Okay. Is a problem. It really is a problem. That's something that I'm really trying to look at, okay, is to make sure that I don't have those moments, because then I do feel like a fucking a mess, really. I'm just kind of like, oh, Steve, for fuck's sake, you've gone and done it again, right, you know. So, you know, don't worry about it, Pisces, if that is, you know, it could be a problem there. Unless some of you are just so exhausted, you're like, you know what, I can't even be bothered to put my makeup on, my hair up. I can't be bothered with just all that shit. I can't be bothered. It could be that. I can't be bothered to look at all of the problems that I have. I'd rather just ignore them. That's not growth, right? Because that's not listening. Because I'm picking up this message of like, oh, I can't be asked to fucking work. I can't be asked to do all of this work on myself. I know that I've got a problem. I know that I could be guarded. I might know that I'm really always thinking, I wish you'd fucking shut up. Okay, you keep mentioning this all the time. I wish you'd keep bringing this up all of the time. And then you're kind of like, don't fucking blame me for your own shit. And you really could get into an argument here. And it might be where someone is refusing to change something about them. They're refusing to have a look deep inside their feelings and emotions to say, you know what, if I really want to do this, and I'll do it for you. Like I am willing to open up my feelings and be vulnerable, blah, 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 for you, like I will do that. But if a person's saying, oh no, I can't be asked to look at me, you know, we can't like, well, you don't have to, it's up to you here. Okay, because I do keep picking that up of where someone's getting fairly sick to death and fed up being told what to do here. That's why you've got to be coming up with that Taurian, Sagittarian, like path 5 energy of being told what to do. Okay, that's what Amber Heard has. Anybody realise? I did look it all up. Amber Heard is a Taurus. She has a Sagittarius placement, which is also 5, and she has another placement of Taurus. Johnny Depp is a life path 9 Gemini with like Leo, which is Aquarian, and it's all been coming out through the readings. But if you look at Heard's star alignment and placements, it doesn't ever really show you their rising. Okay, she has a lot of Taurus structure of don't you tell me. I don't want to listen. Don't tell me. I tell you. Don't tell me. Okay. Sorry, but that kind of demeanour, right? Who do you think you are telling me? I'm going to tell you. Like, no, you ain't, Felicia. You ain't telling anybody shit. Right? Pisces. So, you are here for a reason. Don't fuck it up. Someone else had that. Okay. When you've got a good thing going, don't fuck it up. It wasn't the same card, but it's kind of coming across as that. Okay. You are here for a reason, so don't fuck it up. Okay. So let's find out what this is all about for you guys, and then we'll do your actual tarot. So shut your mouth and listen. Who's saying shut your mouth and listen? Who is that is saying that? Okay, so a child or a sister or a brother, but this is again going silent on a person. Like, why are you going so silent? Why are you ghosting? What are you not saying? It might be because someone's getting really angry. They realise if they do speak, they're going to end up saying something that they might end up regretting here. Because this is a more of a likely of not speaking here. But this can be, like I said, you as children with your, you as kids, grown-ass adults, like with parents and stuff. But it can even be, like I said, clients. Clients, I get them all the time on here. Shut your mouth, Steve, we don't like what you say. Fair enough, don't fucking watch. No, I want to spy, but I don't like what you say. Well, then you're just a narc here, right? If you don't like what you hear, well, then it's only down to you to stop listening to what you don't like. Okay, you don't have to follow me if you don't want to learn. If you don't want to learn, you can fuck off. I don't give a shit whether you do or whether you don't. It's up to you. But that kind of approach, right? You either want to listen or you don't. If you don't, well, it's up to you, boo. Don't listen then. Can be anybody. But shut your mouth and listen. Okay. So, what is that Page of Wands? Tell me more about this Page of Wands. Tell me more about this Page of Wands. Okay. Oh, Seven of Cups in reverse. This really did come up in the Virgo reading. This in reverse here. Virgo. Because Virgo, there was so much gaslighting at the end of Virgo. Sorry Virgo, I'm not picking on you. Like I said, Johnny Depp, I believe Johnny Depp. He's a life path 9. It depends on your chart of who you're dealing with, right? So I'm not always picking on the energy. I'm just saying that there's an energy here that was in a Virgo reading. It was in the Aquarius. The Aquarius, which is like Aquarian Leo. But Virgo come up hugely in that reading towards the end, okay, of Aquarius. These cards here, okay. So it's tempting, desirable, someone that's gaslighting the shit out of someone to confuse them because they would rather also go quiet and also silent because they're getting really angry and they realise that if they communicate with you, they're going to end up slipping it out. They'll end up more than likely telling the truth here. So they ghost you. They go silent. This is a silent witness to something that is going on that they do not want to admit. So it's more metaphysical annoyance, being annoyed with your metaphysical connection. I mean, like I said, it might be someone annoyed with the metaphysical because they don't even know this person. They're in the shadows here. You don't even know. You've not even seen, or maybe just text, but that's it. You've texted and maybe spoken, but this is smoke and mirrors. Things in the way of the connection, which means you may not have even seen what this person looks like. Because this person looks at things, right? So some of you guys may not even know what this person looks like. They're just talking to you on the internet, okay? So, granted, you're going to be slightly... What's because if you've never seen the person but they start not speaking to you but they won't show their face, why do they not do that? That's a question, right? Which is an obvious one that you would definitely ask yourself. If the person's in the shadows getting really pissed off and angry, wanting someone to shut their face because they're getting angry because they won't show their face, then why the fuck are they actually getting angry? It's a feasible question to anybody, right? Because there is a hell of a lot of gaslighting energy here. So, that's down to you guys. Because that there can also, because we're going to go into multiple messaging, can be an ex that is still desiring the other person, like still desires their ex back that they had kids with. And I'm still under the influence of the power of your love, of how much we've fucking shouted and screamed and fucking manipulated that much that I'm actually stupid enough to want you back, and I can't figure out why. It's because you haven't learnt enough lessons here. It might be because someone's bored. They may have tried finding other people, and they thought, you know what, after the twin flame journey, what do I get out of this? Fuck all. What did I get? Manipulated situations where I had a child, they took my child off me, and I went for all this twin flame bollocks, and I thought that when one door opens, another one is supposed to open when it closes, but it hasn't done, and I haven't met anyone. So what do? Start desiring my ex back. Could be a possible energy there, okay? I mean, I'm not saying don't, I'm just saying it depends on your scenario. I'm just saying that it's actually there, you know. It might be planned and think, well, if this doesn't work out, at least I have another option. You are a grown-ass adult. Stop blaming others for your shit. This is sibling stuff, brothers and sisters here. Or you as kids with your mum, maybe your father. You're a grown-ass adult. Grow up. Knight of Swords. What's the Knight of Swords? Did you hear that? Has any of you listened to the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp stuff when you heard that recording of her saying, you're nothing but a baby, you're nothing but a child, wish you would grow up, I wish you would stop. Jesus Christ, man. A man would be disintegrated by hearing that from someone. Okay. You're nothing but a child. You want to grow up. Okay. Who the fuck are you talking to? Right? Here. Knight of Swords. Here. Ten of Cups. Could be going on at home. Around a Piscean maybe. But you're a grown-ass adult. Stop blaming others for your shit. Here. This could be siblings. You could have a sister or a brother. And your karmic energy starts coming out around illusion. Saying, look, you really need to start looking after yourself. You need to start looking after your health and your mental state of mind. Okay? But there's an energy here of a text message, regardless of these. Of a text message that goes straight out towards another one that can see the fact that you've sent one, can actually see, they've witnessed the fact that someone sent a message. This person, I'll give you that. They have definitely seen it on their phone that you have sent this person a message. Comes up in their notifications or email. So they're fully aware that someone sent it because it's been sent here. It's already been delivered. Now or when I put this out, but someone's delivered this message to this person that sits back, ghosting the person thinking, I know that you've messaged me. And what they're truly thinking behind the shadows is, I wish you'd fucking stop doing it. Why? Why? Or if they're not thinking that, they know that it's been sent. They decide to, they've got something going on, this person here, in their mind, and I don't know what the fuck it is. It's kind of like when you get a text message and you don't want to receive it from that person. Or like you get a text message from your partner and they notice the fact that it's there, but they don't reply back to the message. Okay. So why do they not do that? Because that really seems like an important one there. Why does this person not reply to this message? It's to do with money. It's to do with a new start. Again, they still have that opportunity to reach out, but it could be money related. Ace of Pentacles, asking for a loan of money, and they're at home on their own, needing support and help. But again, like I said, this Eight of Swords is a person that is at home. They are at home. They are a witness to the fact that they can speak if they want. It's like they can't be bothered. They can't be asked to go out. Like, I've lost. It's kind of like someone's suffering through their energy. Like, I can't be bothered. I can't be asked to speak. I can't be bothered. I'm too tired. I'm too drained. I can't be, like, because shut your mouth can mean I don't want to open my mouth, meaning I don't want to speak. I'm too tired. I'm drained. I'm too fed up. I don't know. Like, I'm just here, you know, not putting work in. And then someone's saying, well, it's up to you. You either speak or you don't, but I'm here willing to speak when you are. So, you know, if you don't want to speak, that's all right. Just don't speak. You know, you don't need to. Okay, I'm asking you to if you're all right, but basically, if you're not, well, that's because you're quiet. So there's obviously something going on with you. If you've gone quiet and you're not saying anything at all, there's obviously something on your mind of why it is the fact that you're not talking about. So what is that? Because you're coming across as if you're lying. But you can't tell that to this person because they would probably deny it and say no. Yeah. Because they would get tempered by that. By being challenged. Challenging them to look at something they don't want to. Seven of Cups can be something that is inside of me that's dark. Okay, thoughts, memories, feelings, paranoia, all sorts of stuff going through my mind of the Seven of Cups. Because it's been running through my mind that much, I've actually started to believe that this might be happening. And because it is, I might now be questioned by you where I think that you might be gaslighting me. Because of, say, paranoia. So when I ask you that question, oh no, I don't want to look at that. No. I'd rather just go quiet because I know if I reach out and speak to you, you're going to end up asking me a question about, like, say, are you all right? And they say, yep. You're like, well, if you say you are all right and you're actually not, you're lying. If I ask you a question, say, is everything all right? Because you seem to be really quiet. And they say, yep. You're like, you're lying. There's obviously something wrong. What is that? Nothing. Told you I'm all right. So anyway, what are you doing? Well, I'm willing to talk. Let's flow. Nothing. Closed book. Because of something that they might not want to divulge and look at. Okay. So, you're a hot mess. Facts. Clean yourself up here. So, you've got clients all over the place. You've got fast energy of someone that's willing. Okay, but trust me, Knight of Wands might be a treadmill. Right? And I'm putting the work in because I realise I'm a fucking hot mess and I need to put the work in. So I need to do something about this quick, sharpish. The Knight of Wands. There can be this energy of starting to talk. Like someone starts to go through something and they're like, I'm fucking spazzing out at the moment. I don't know what's going on with me. I really don't know. I just want to just be quiet. And then you're kind of like, well, I'm here whenever you want me. And then maybe they do end up reaching out because they may realise that their tactic of going quiet is really just not getting them any relationship or anywhere. The longer someone remains quiet but still remains that they want to stay in the connection of the Seven of Cups, they might start saying, I don't feel this connection anymore. And that's obvious because you're blocked. There's stuff that you don't want to look about being open and vulnerable. When you're open and vulnerable is where you get shame, guilt, anger, aggression. Okay, you start looking at paranoia. You start thinking. You start feeling. You start getting emotional. And a lot of people don't want to look at those feelings and that shame, guilt, lust, and trust. You lose trust. You get paranoid and you lose trust in the other person because you're not open and vulnerable to be trusted. But then you question the other person and say, I don't trust you. But it's because they're actually blocked there. So they might reach out because this is all facing this person here thinking, well, what the fuck is wrong with you then? Bing, send you a message straight back. 5 hours later, a day or two later, oh yeah, I've just been busy doing nothing. Actually doing nothing. Being at home, doing nothing. What have you been up to? Nothing. Have you been to work? Yeah. Okay, what have you done? Well, I've been happy. I'm sort of like, getting on with my life and feeling very good, feeling excited. I kind of miss you. I want to talk to you. I want to kind of know what you're up to and blah, blah, blah. And talk about the visiting and planning and stuff like that. And, us getting together and whatnot. Now, this either be that other person or this be the work that someone's putting in compared to the work that someone isn't. Okay. You are here for a reason, so don't fuck it up. Two of Cups, that's what I'm saying. Someone has a Two of Cups energy, but they want to stay in the Two of Cups energy. They don't want to commit to the Six. What's the Two of Cups for? Three of Swords in reverse. Nope. They don't. They're spazzing out over the Two of Cups. It turns karmic. This is where it turns karmic. Because it's not easy flowing. You know. Spirit is what will treat the other person in their life. Like, you don't have to, like I said, you don't blame and think, oh, I want harm to come to them. Of course you don't, right? But their life will end up being, I don't know, more of this here. Because they're saying that you are here for a reason to meet this person. That is what we put this together for. It's you as humans that fuck it up. We put it together where it should work out. But it's, are you willing to put that work in to make this Two of Cups? As I'm saying, if one person says, no, I'm not being vulnerable, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, I don't want to listen, I don't want to know, please shut your mouth, I don't want to speak, I don't want to talk, I don't want to do anything, they're messing the Two of Cups up. They're messing the chance of this being something in the future. Now, that doesn't have to be a permanent breakup, split up, but what it can be is spazzing out through the Two of Cups, which is that they can say, I feel completely disconnected from you anymore. I don't feel connected as what we did when we first started this. Why is that? Because they're not willing to be open and vulnerable. So you can't feel this energy, the warmth, the love, the Two of Cups energy fades because someone's blocked. So it also blocks you because they're blocking you out. That's why you don't feel it, and neither do they. But they can say, I don't feel so connected to you anymore, but blame you for that not happening. That's because this person's physically and mentally and emotionally closing down. They don't want to speak. So they might say, I don't feel connected to you anymore. Or, oh, miraculously, I do feel connected to you again. But then, the trouble is, the leading cards after that are, you are here for a reason, so don't fuck up this Two of Cups. Okay? You need to get over this. That's why it's in reverse. You guys need to get over this hurdle of being vulnerable. That's what I said. Vulnerability is what leads to trusting your partner. It means that they trust you wholeheartedly. Meaning, I trust you wholeheartedly with my heart. Not money. No. Not money. Okay, so I have to make that very important to that person. Okay, because I don't want you to come to any harm. Okay. Okay, because I don't want to manipulate you into doing something that you shouldn't there. Okay. But I trust you wholeheartedly. Okay, meaning I'm open, vulnerable, ready for a relationship with you. The only way we're going to accomplish that is by you trusting me. And if you don't trust me, then I can't do anything about that, because that isn't me with trust issues. That's me ready for a relationship. Open and willing and ready to be hurt if that is what happens. I'm willing. Because I'm willing to trust you to see if that happens or not. If it does, well, sure, I can kind of move on and get on with it, okay? But if not, I want to be with you, but you need to start putting in the effort towards being vulnerable with me if you trust me. If you trust me, that's the only way we're going to build up trust for the future, is by you putting all of your trust into me. Not all of your fucking bank money trust into me and give me it so I can... Just don't do that, my friend, please. Okay. So that's kind of what I got for you guys. Okay, Pisces, that's a bit of a soul cleaning, spit on your soul, slap it and shove it back in your fucking meat suit kind of reading there for you. Please stick in there till the end, because I've got quite a bit to say for you guys. Okay, so because things are changing. Okay, your reading, tarot reading, for the whole month, full spread, clarified, is going to be over on Patreon on both tiers. First tier, $3 or $4. You get 2 monthlies within 1 month. Okay, so if you join on the first or second, you get the one before the month ends. You get 2 within a month. So $3 or $4. Okay, full spread, clarified. If you want more, okay, the full access bundle is only going to be done on Patreon now. It will not, the weeklies, you will start to not see them on here. You'll get basically random readings and the 2 monthlies within a month. Okay, everything else is going to be done on the full access bundle completely. That's weeklies. For those weeklies that you will get is Steve Punk deck, clarified, like this one. Tarot card reading, clarified, like the one that you are now about to get over on Patreon on, but it'll be the full access bundle. Hidden Truth, clarified. Messages of Closure, clarified. In the Shadows, clarified. I'm doing this because I want to do some teaching stuff, and I want to open up another tier for everybody of advice, tarot reading, what to look for, what to look out for, captivation, motivation, twin flame stuff. I've had 8, so I kind of know what I'm talking about. Okay, channeling, why, how to do it, what happens, what you will hear, when, what you need to practice at, how to make a YouTube channel, what to focus on and what not to focus on, how to build the channel, how to create it, taglines, everything, plates, cups, everything that I was doing, loads of fucking stuff, right? So you can I'll also do Q&As, okay, where we can do live stuff together on Patron, and you can ask me questions and I can kind of guide you through it. That's what I want to build up soon, okay? But the only way I'm going to do that is by manoeuvring things around on here, so I can manoeuvre things there, and also the fact that I'm being rogered up the backside with tax as well. I don't pay as much tax when it comes to people that join Patreon, because Patreon goes to my account goes to my accountant, and I pay UK tax, not American tax, okay? Very important there. Okay, but YouTube, you will get, like, you know, random reading, stories to follow if it really relates to you, you know, and other things that I might do for you guys, okay? So I'm trying to work it out, but that is what I've got planned. If you want to join Patreon, I would very much appreciate it. Let's see what you got coming up for May, and see what kind of messages we can look out for, okay? All right, guys, thanks very much, Pisces. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.